if you find yourself kind of feeling like you're almost a slave to your mind and you can't quiet down your mind and your emotions are really taking hold of you, you can take your power back. Hey guys, I just want to talk a little bit today about not allowing your mind to use you, but using your mind as a tool. And I see this parallel. It's kind of, it transfers over well to our phones and technology. You know, our phones are amazing tools, great tools that we can use to learn, enrich our experience of life, create businesses, network, and connect with people. Really great tools. But these tools often end up using us. And what I mean by that is that they turn on reward center parts of our brain that are the reward center parts of our brain. They really infuse our brain with dopamine and different neurotransmitters that help us to feel good. And in that process, it ends up becoming an unconscious reaction to using our phone. And that's when our phone starts to use us. You know, hours go by and we're scrolling TikTok or we're scrolling Instagram or we're looking at YouTube videos, and we were never actually mindful of ourselves or in control of what we were doing. And so the same is true in life. If we're not aware of what is compelling our actions, we often go through life, we go through the day, we get urges, right? You have an urge to do something, and we don't stop to become aware of what that urge is. Not only what the urge is, but what is driving that urge. Because usually what's driving an urge is a thought, an emotion. And so if we're not aware of what's driving it and we act on it unconsciously, we only strengthen the source of that compulsion within us. We only strengthen that emotion within us. So, I mean, let's say you want to go to the gym and you're going to the gym to work out. And what's actually driving you to go work out is fear. Fear of maybe putting on weight. Fear of not looking the way that you want to look. Fear of not being accepted if you do put on weight, or you don't look the way that you want to look. It's a totally fear-driven workout. It's that entire action is based in fear. And if a person were to go and do the workout and they continually do that, they're strengthening that fear within themselves, the fear of not being accepted, the fear, whatever that fear is, they're strengthening that within them. And it might seem like they're moving away from the fear, but the more you run away from something, you're not actually free from it. The more of a hold it actually has on you in your life. Another example could be, you know, someone does something, someone cuts you off in traffic, and you feel the anger bubble up within you. A lot of times, the initial response or reaction is to honk or, you know, give the finger or, you know, something to temper that anger within you, to kind of allow it to come out. It's an unconscious reaction. And in acting on it, we become a slave to our anger. We're not actually in control of ourselves anymore. And this is true of anything. You know, come home from a stressful day at work, you reach for the chip bag. You know, emotional eating, that's another big one. It's only strengthening those emotions within you. You're becoming more and more of a slave to your emotions. And you strengthen these things within you. And so breaking free of that is not allowing your mind or your emotions to use you, but rather for you to be the master of yourself. And we can do that by becoming more mindful and pausing and slowing down to see what the urges are, to see what is compelling us to act in certain ways. And when we can become aware of these things, we then have a choice of if we want to fuel those urges, those desires, those compulsions, those emotions, or if we want to take a step back and just allow them to pass. Because emotions are transient. They come and go. They're temporary, just like thoughts, just like cars driving by on the road. They come and go, and we don't have to act on them. In fact, not acting on them a lot of times gives you more power within yourself. You take your power back by not unconsciously reacting to these things. So just something I wanted to share today. It's something that's really helped me in my life, have a little more inner peace, life isn't so much of a roller coaster of emotions, because I'm the one that's watching the emotions, and I'm the one that's choosing if I want to act on those emotions or not, rather than unconsciously taking action, strengthening these emotions. And it's a temporary, it seems like it's going to help us feel better in the moment. Grabbing the chip bag, honking our horn, whatever that emotional reaction is, and that the behavior associated with it, it seems like it'll help us feel better in the moment. And it does temporarily, but later on, it just becomes even more, it becomes stronger. That emotional reaction becomes stronger. And like I said, has more of a hold on us in our lives. So, becoming mindful has become, it has been a very, powerful practice for me, and through meditation or just through different things. And so I would highly recommend that, if you find yourself kind of feeling like you're almost a slave to your mind and you can't quiet down your mind and your emotions are really taking hold of you, you can take your power back by just pausing and becoming more mindful of yourself. And so, this is, as I said, just something I wanted to share, and I hope it helps you in your life.